becoming such a special place.
Have you tried the food in this place? I'm telling
All
you,
right,
it's really
guys, give me
something.
1 second. I am basically messing with some settings. I will explain in a minute, but I'm just making sure these settings are going to be all right because it's been a show these last like 2 days trying to get things more improved here on the channel. So give me 1 second, guys.
I can't wait for my date with Mickey later.
Trusty sure would love the smells around here.
All right, my main thing I'm trying to do right now is turn myself down because I've noticed yesterday I was very, very loud, and I'm not trying to be too loud. So, un momento. I know I probably should have done this before the stream, but it took us an hour to take care of some adulting shit we had to do. Let me bring this down to about, how about there? Just give that a shot. Give me a second, guys.
Tony could learn a thing or two from that Remy.
Nah, I still feel like I'm a bit too loud. I'm still a little loud.
Ah, what
Alrighty.
a day.
I'll leave it about here and then just kind of run it there. Again, I'm just trying to definitely turn myself down from yesterday because yesterday I felt like I was blowing y'all's ears out when I went back and looked at the footage. I was like, dear God, how did I not pick that up the first time? And I know exactly why I didn't, because I have like 4 or 5 different new things going on with OBS for specifically the headphones to make it sound more clearer and not as muffled and stuff like that. So I have been messing around with several of these settings,
So
and
many
because of that,
unfrenched
I have to
trees.
tweak
What
everything.
a
And unfortunately,
sight to
apparently, when
behold.
I added a new plugin, I completely missed the actual like main volume control itself. I did not catch it till after the stream yesterday, so I'm trying to remedy that situation. But because the whole thing took way too long, I'm just trying to make sure it sounds good.
Living here is wonderful. I'm having such a good time.
Yeah, no, still feel a bit loud. So let me turn that down. How about there? All right.
So much room to run.
All right. This probably still is a bit loud, but I will probably adjust it a little bit more after the stream because I have turned it down tremendously on the actual
What do you
main
mean
volume
there's
control.
no pound around here? Talk about paradise.
Another thing that did not help our situation was the fact that yesterday, while I was messing around with some other stuff because we've been trying to improve the camera, we had a situation where Corky, our little chihuahua, was getting his ass chewed out for making a mess in the kitchen, so he decided to come behind me and hide underneath. And unfortunately, he decided to hide underneath all my wires from my computer, and he panicked when I was like, hey, Corky, get away from there. And when he panicked, he pulled down my volume control and my camera. So I'll work on the camera at a later point. I'm not even satisfied with how this camera looks. Hang on, let me just show y'all.
I wish there was some chickens for me to chase.
This is not the greatest thing. I have been trying to refix this because initially I had it not too bad. I mean, it was still a work in progress, but because Corky took the camera down yesterday, I now have to readjust everything yet again because it messed up the whole program. I do not know how he managed to do that. But yes.
I can't wait for my date with Mickey later.
Oh, I'm sure you can't, Minnie. Well, we're gonna run this. I don't think I'm gonna keep this camera setting in particular. I'm just testing some stuff out, and unfortunately, I just ran out of time today before the stream to get it properly tested out. So, where is me at? Alright, let me bring myself down, 'cause I feel like I'm too big. But yeah, we'll keep that. I wanted all this prepared and ready for you guys beforehand, but adulting, you know? Well, let's go ahead and get this started. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a fabulous and wonderful episode of Disney Dreamlight Valley. In today's fabulous and wonderful episode, we're just doing our Decorating Friday. Absolutely excited to get back into this because we've been working diligently on our village section. I'm going to be honest, I have made some changes that, I'm going to be honest, I didn't see coming.
Get used to a place.
But before we do all that, let's check the shop, see if we got anything new from Lane the Tramp. I don't know. I mean, I've been getting a couple of things here and there, but one of those I really don't hold my breath kind of things. Hey, Gaming, how's it going? How's it going? Today has not been too bad. A little long because I had to do some adulting. That's always fun, but that's been a pretty good day. Corky's been behaving after his little incident. I still can't believe he did that. I can't believe it. He's been acting a fool for like 2 days now. We do not know why. But how's your day going? Hope all is well on this fantastic Friday. Yeah, one of the things I noticed about the new camera setting, I was telling Andrew, I was like, we definitely gotta mess with it, because I noticed like on this side right here, it cuts out my glasses. Because my glasses are black, I guess it blends in with a crappy green screen effect. I told Andrew, I get the concept he wants me to do with this. I get it, because he's the one who's really pushed me into doing this type of camera setting for myself. Frankly, I don't like the cheapness of it. I don't like the cheapness of it. And it boils down to, it's my camera. It is literally a $25 camera from Walmart. It's literally a Walmart brand camera. It's something I bought like 3 or 4 years ago as just a little starter, thinking eventually I would upgrade my camera, but other things came before this particular camera. So because, unfortunately, the camera's not that good, the effect that we're trying to go for is not coming off as clean either, and I'm gonna have to see if I can't mess with the plugin, see if I can't make it better, but every time we keep trying to improve it, OBS keeps choking itself out, and it keeps messing with everything, but also doesn't help that I'm using like my Elgato, and I'm got all these plugins for my headset, and I'm having plugins for my mics, not the mic, for the camera itself. So I mean, it's a lot for it to handle. Granted, it can handle streaming games and stuff like that, but you still gotta keep in mind of your CPU and all that.
We must always look after one another.
Oh, you redid your Valley Plaza. Nice. Did you use the Cherry Blossom bundle that we just recently got? What was it?
Good to see you.
Last week? Was it last week? I want to say it was last week or the week before we got it. And nothing in the shop. Oh, also, since you're in the stream, maybe you answer me this question. Do I sound okay? Like, I'm not like blowing your eardrums out. Do I need to turn down my volume a bit more? Like, I'm just trying to just make sure I'm not blowing your eardrums out if I need to turn it down even more. 'Cause, I mean, I've turned it down tremendously at this point, and I went the wrong place, didn't I? Yeah, I had to go to the actual plaza. Yeah, I don't know why Andrew decided, like, Wednesday. Like, Wednesday, he was like, let me start messing with your camera settings and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time, because my main thing is audio. You know, I've been all over Reddit. And one of the key things a lot of people have been saying on Reddit about watching streamers and stuff is the audio quality. Like, they're like, we don't care if the game looks fantastic. If the audio is crap, I'm not watching it. And I know this mic is not the greatest, being that it's literally a $50 headset. So it's not like I got like the coolest setup or anything like that. But I know it's not the greatest, so I'm trying to fix it. But it just takes some time. It really just takes some time. But it kind of irked me, but it was funny at the same time, being that it was a Wednesday right after the stream, pulled it up and looked at Andrew, and specifically we asked him and Eric, hey guys, how do I sound? Where can I tweak my sound? Andrew looked at it and said no input about the sound, and said, well, actually what's really bothering me is your camera here. Like, this has got to all go. Like, there's too much chaos, you're too small. I'm like, yeah, Andrew, that's great, but what about the sound quality? I never did get my answer until last night. I asked him last night. I was just like, all right, after all this tweaking, how do I sound? You sound a little loud, but you sound good. You sound a lot better than you have been. I'm like, thank you. That's all I wanted. I don't know how we ended up here, but all I wanted to know was, how did I sound? Okay, well, as long as I'm not blowing y'all's eardrums out. Because I noticed that yesterday, like, I turned everything up and I just sounded super, super loud. And I was like, oh god, no, I got to turn that down. Alright, so let me show y'all what I've been doing recently, because I've been a very busy cookie. So as you see, we have moved Ursula's whole club that I initially had further down. It was a tough call for me because I did like it where I had it, but being that I had this blank space here, and this area, you know, I'm going for more like a towny vibe, almost like a villain town center. So I was like, I don't want to over decorate, but I feel like if I put like a whole bunch of woods there, and then woods there, and then woods here, it wouldn't really feel like a town. It would feel more like a couple of businesses inside the middle of a woods. So I made the decision to go ahead and move this, just to sprucing this area up. Unfortunately, that area is now barren, so we got to go over there and probably add some like trees or rocks or something, just to make sure that looks great. But I like the way this all turned out. It wasn't as challenging as I thought it was because of the group grabbing thing we could do. Barely enough, barely. It did grab everything. My only complaint was because I picked it up sideways, I couldn't like rotate it normally, so I had to literally bring the whole group in here sideways and then individually pick it up and then rotate it. So I couldn't just grab this whole chunk here and rotate it in an actual unison to fit like this. I literally had to grab each piece at a time. But again, it turned out nice. I like it. And then over here is our villain lair. As you see, I added some nice pathway and spruced this little area up. There's a bit of a story behind this area. I was having a little fun, and the idea is Jafar and them are working on, oh god, not transmutation, but the ability to body swap. So as you see, Simba, Scar, Gaston, Wreck-It Ralph, you know, they want to be good guys, so they want to body swap. I thought it was a neat little idea. I thought it was cute. And we finally finished Gaston's gym. I thought this was very cute and adorable. Very simple. I added a lot of little drinks and stuff. A lot of protein. Sorry, anytime I think of the word protein, I think back to that TikTok meme that was going around about the guy making the drink, and he was just like, yeah, what you want to do is mix this together and then add some more protein. Now, if you really want to spice things up, what you want to do is add more protein. Now, this is going to really blow your mind, but just hear me out. What you really want to do is spice up this drink and make it the most delicious drink ever. You want to add some more protein. He just kept putting more and more and more. I love that TikTok. Then we have Madame Tussauds fortune readings and potions. I didn't want to go a full witches thing because I do plan on doing a witches thing in my Halloween town that I plan on moving over to the Forest of Valor. So I wanted to keep it somewhat of a different theme. But I like the way this turned out. I'm going to be honest. I struggled with this little section here and here because I didn't know what to do. I thought this little L right here came out very well, and then the shape itself came out cute, especially with all the little signage and stuff. But yeah, I like the way this turned out. They're like, this is super cute, very detailed, but not overly too much detail. Thank you, gaming. I have been working diligently and hardly on this over the weekend, in between working on fixing up my audio and stuff, because funny enough, it's a great multitasking tool, especially if you want to, double check everything. Because what I usually do is I'll sit down, I'll go through some of my audio, figure out what I feel like needs to be adjusted, and then once I adjust, I'll pull up the game and then just do a dry run. Like, I'll literally do a whole opening and then run around, chit-chatting like I'm actually doing a live stream, talk to some of the villagers, keep decorating, and then after like maybe 20, 30 minutes or something like that, sometimes 10, depending on my mood, I'll pause it and then go back and listen to it and then edit that way. Like, it takes some time, but because I was able to multitask, I was able to knock some of the stuff out. And I think all this turned out super cute. Just a little bit of detail I added over here for Cruella's fashion industry. Also a little detail with the car. And yes, I know I picked the ones that look ran over, but that was by choice and on purpose, because do you really think this woman cares about flowers? Nah. See, initially I did want to have the tracks come over the flowers, but unfortunately you can't do that with the flowers. It won't let you. So I was just like, I hope people get the idea though. And then over here, did a little bit more where we left off last time. And mainly just added some food and beverages to the table, make it more lively. And I decided to keep the mushrooms. I think that little bit of color, that little bit of foliage that's not an actual bush or anything, makes it look different, unique, and stand out. I like this, though. Oh, hi, Tink. Pixie flying through, that's cute. Okay, but I feel very good about where everything's at over here. This looks fantastic. I'm very thrilled how this turned out. I was a little worried that it was going to be too much of a tight squeeze. But I like the concept. And to be honest, I don't think I've really done anything over here. I think the only other areas I've worked on besides that, funny enough, my ADHD kicked in at one point. And I just said, oh shit, shouldn't I traveled that one? Should have gone one over. Sorry, should have gone one over. Make my job easier. Thank you. Alright, this is the only other thing I've been working on. It ain't much, but it gives me an outline of how I want to lay things out, but I went ahead, got my pathway for around here. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I've been having a bit of a struggle because that infamous glitch is back with a vengeance. And what I mean by infamous glitch, if you don't know, there is a glitch that has been persistent on and off since the start of Dreamlight Valley, where if you're decorating, For some reason, when you back out, it doesn't save your decorate. So you can spend maybe 10, 15 minutes working on something going, all right, let's take a look at it. Back out, all that work, gone. Instantly. We don't know why it happens. It just happens. It's very aggravating when this happens. Trust me, I was dealing with it over the past week. Yeah, I did it with Ursula because I initially moved part of Ursula's, place piece by piece. And I did it at one point, got everything situated. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here. I'm missing something. Went back to the area. It was right back there, right where I left it. Same thing with this pathway here. I literally did this entire pathway from here all the way through. Just like this. Backed out of it. Gone. Just like that. And I'm just like, it came back with a vengeance. Because it's happened a couple of times already. And again, I don't know why it happens. I do not know. I really wish I could understand it, but it's one of those, it could be the auto-save feature. It could be countless things for all I know. I have no clue. But in between that frustration mess, I was able to get this done. Just a cute little simple walkthrough. Same thing over here. Just a simple little walkthrough, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm completely satisfied with this or if I want to do something else. I feel fine with this because it is just a walkway, so it doesn't need to be too crazy. And the fact that we already had this nice natural path here, I feel like it works just fine. I guess the bitch is cold. Okay, but I feel like even though I did end this yesterday, I basically started this I think yesterday or the day before and then basically stopped it. Even though I did that, I feel like I really want to finish this building section because we're so close, we're almost done. But one of the reasons why I had to put a stop on it is because I want to use the muddy pathways, but I knew I wanted to use the muddy pathway as well over in that section. So I just needed to see how much muddy pathway I'm going to have to make between the two. I really wish this one would go away too. It bothers me every time. Every time. Not just some of the time, every time. Okay. Yeah, that really didn't leave me with too terribly much, but it'll be alright. Let's start it here. Because what I want to do is kind of like a spider effect where I go towards the mountain, then go around it, and then have like a branching pathway or two coming off the circle. Oh, dang, that was gonna real suck, though, is... I don't know which way he's facing. I think he's facing this general direction. I think. Don't hold me to that. My main concern is make sure he just doesn't face the wall, you know? So you know what? Do that. Because we're gonna need to bring this back just a wee bit. Alright, I knew I was gonna have to make some more. But let's go ahead and craft. I have no idea how much I'm gonna need to craft, but let's just go ahead and craft. Alrighty. Oh, I don't like the fact I'm running low on hardwood. Ooh. Not like that. My collection of hardwood has definitely dwindled a lot. I'm not gonna deny that. But luckily, this is the last place I really want to use the dirt pathway. Because every other pathway I could use from, like, say, Eternity Island or even the valley itself. Question of the day. Who do you want to come to Disney Dreamlight Valley? Who do I want to come? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, there's so many characters that haven't showed up, so there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of interesting characters. But if I had to pick one, who hasn't been on the roster yet? Hang on, who has not been on the roster? Let's see. We got Aladdin. Basically, the only person we're technically missing from there is see, no, we got Carpet. Now we're missing LeFou. No, not LeFou. LeFou's Gaston's by Abu. Abu, that one. His little monkey friend. The Alice. I think we're missing the Hatter. So I would actually like to have the Hatter. I feel like the Hatter and the Chester Cat would definitely be an interesting combo. We basically got everybody but Mrs. Potts here, so I would love to have Mrs. Potts and Chip. That would be nice. Brave. I mean, I like that one, but I wasn't obsessed with this one, so. And I don't really think there's any other characters I could think of. We need Prince Charming, because we need more princes in the game. Having some of Maribel's family would be interesting, especially Bruno. Bruno would be very fun. And we got everybody from Frozen that's important and that we love. I know with Hercules, Hades, and Megara are supposed to come, so we don't have to put them on the list. But I really hope with that listing we also get Phil. I want Phil. I doubt we'll get him though. I doubt we would get him, but damn it, man, do I not love Phil. With Inside Out, I feel like having more of the emotions would be pretty cool. You know, anger, disgust, fear. I think that would be really nice. Maybe add some little ones from the second movie. That would be really cool. But Lady and the Tramp, it would be kind of nice to have some of the other dogs, such as Trusty. Like, that would be really cute. We need Lilo. We need Lilo. 100% hands down, we need Lilo. We're getting Pluto, so then that would be all the important Mickey and friends. Well, maybe, is her name Maribel the cow? Goofy's lover. You could say, oh, Goofy doesn't have a lover. No, 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 no. They were a couple at one point. They were a couple. Moana. I think I'm fine with that, unless they want to get like a little wonky with it and maybe bring out some of the sea creatures or something like that, like the stingray, like Grandma's spirit. I don't think they'll bring the goddess herself though. Like, I feel like that would be a bit too much. Monsters Inc. Maybe adding Mike's girlfriend. I feel like, what's her name? The old woman who's always like, I'm always watching you, Rosowski. Always watching you. Her. I feel like she would be fun, but she may be too much. She may just be too much of a downer. We got everybody in Mulan except for our boy. We need our boy. Koala. You know, it would actually be nice to have, oh god, what's the name of the humans? Pongo's basically owner, or his pet technically. We go back and watch the original 101s. That's what Pongo said. This is my pet. What was his name? John or something like that? That would be kind of nice. Oswald. It could be interesting to bring in some more old school classic black and white cartoon characters, but I don't know how they would do that. I don't know, maybe the Magic Mickey thing, where Mickey had the paintbrush. That's an option. If I was going to go Peter Pan, maybe add some of the Lost Boys, Wendy, hell, the Darling Children. That'd be interesting. See, Remy, I would definitely love to have his brother. His brother was always hilarious. That man would eat anything put out in front of him. Hilarious. Also having Linguini, having him show up as well would be pretty cool. Of course, we need our prince for Sleeping Beauty, our prince for Snow White. I feel like we're pretty good with Tangle characters. Lion King as well. We got basically everybody that's important. Timon, Pumbaa, Scar, Simba, Nala. With Ariel, as much as I would love to have more characters from Ariel, I think the only one that would be more doable, and I think a lot of people would probably enjoy, would be Sebastian. I think he would be the only one. Don't get me wrong, Flounder is great. I would love to have a Flounder. But think about it, Flounder would strictly be on the beach only. And we already struggled enough with Ursula and Ariel before we gave them legs. I can only imagine the struggles with Flounder being a fish this big. Tatiana, of course, I would love to have our voodoo doctor. I would love to have him here, personally. But I doubt we'll ever see him. I would love it though, because I mean, it's Keith Davis. Keith Davis. Granted, they probably wouldn't get him. I would love it though. Like, he would be hands down my favorite new character. If they got Keith Davis playing his character on the game, I'd be my best friend for the rest of my life. I love him. But I also need Naveed as well. I feel like the Grandma on the Bayou may be a bit too out there. And some of the crocodile, well, not just Lewis, but some of the other creatures. I feel like that would be nice, but I'm not 100% sure how well we would be able to implement that. But, I mean, it's possible. Having, especially Lewis talk crocodile, that would be interesting. Merlin, we're missing the kid. We need the kid. Jack, Sally, we need the whole town. We need the mayor. We need, let's see, Lock, Stock, and Barrel. We need Oogie Boogie. We definitely need Oogie Boogie. We need more villains. We definitely need more villains. Toy Story, if I was going to say add more toys, it, of course, would be the classics. You know, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, of course, Bo Peep. Add them. Wally. I feel like Wally's fine. We don't need the humans or anything like that. Maybe the only other bot to bring in would be the little cleaning bot, but I feel like he's not an important enough character to warrant like his own story quest line. But he would be interesting to have as maybe as like a companion or something like that. Oh, Wally was triggering him so bad in that movie. We know with Winnie the Pooh, we're getting Pooh, but I would love to have the rest of the 100 Acre Woods. You know, Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Owl, Roo, his mother. I would love to have all of them. Wreck-It Ralph. We know Ralph is coming. I just don't know when. We just know he's coming at some point. He's been in the promotional trailers for like 3 years now. Oh yeah, that would be like the listing of the ones I would want that we currently have already set up in a category. And I feel like everything's pretty much handled. Maybe they want to go out the box. Black Cauldron. Don't bring out Gurgi though. No Gurgi. Please no Gurgi. Granted though, I will say what I found so funny was I went back and rewatched the Black Cauldron like a couple of years ago. And I remember being a kid watching that movie and straight up crying my eyes out when Gurgi died. You know, he's, jumps into the Black Cauldron to save everybody. I remember just tears as a child. I went back and rewatched it a few years ago. Oh my god, I celebrated when that little shit jumped into the cauldron. I was just like, yes, I can't stand the frustration of our parents now. Cause man, he was a little shit. And then he wants to play victim, just, oh, Gurky's sorry. No, Gurky's not sorry. Gurky's just sorry he got caught. But who else? Maybe somebody from, oh, the Aristocrats would be nice. Have, you know, Thomas O'Malley and Duchess and the Babies. That would be cute. Especially now that we got Lady in the trail. I would love to have them. I mean, hell, we already got Abigail and her sister. There we go. Oh, and no. Alright, this is coming together nice. Oops. Alright, that's too much. I do like that, though. And then I want one going this way. And then maybe one going directly here. Too much. Alright, wonderful. Alright, I hate to do this, but let me make a run to some of the valley areas so I can get some more not darkwood, hardwood. I didn't realize I was running so low, but I did go a little ham, a little crazy on that pathway. I think I spent like over 500 pieces. Alright, I know we got some wood this way. Alright, grab that, collect. Okay, I want to say there's some in the Glades of Trust. Let me check, though. Underacre Woods. Forest of Valor. Yeah, Glades of Trust, Sunlit Plateau, and Frosty Heights. Alright. Oh! Great spot for my chest. Oh yeah, I was looking around for my vacuum, like, what did I do in my vacuum? I forgot. It's on the ranch. It's the thing I was using to clear out some of the areas over there where we're currently working at now. Alright, let's make a trip over this way. Luckily though, that's the only one I gotta move. Alright, and then make a quick trip down this way, then we'll head to the Underacre Woods. I'll grab the vacuum that I have over in my villain section. And we'll grab it like that. Oh, that sucks. Alright, here we go. And hopefully I can get enough just to finish off this pathway, and I'll have to start replenishing my hardwood. It's been about 2 years. Finally, my surplus of hardwood has finally dwindled. All right. Oh, I'm out of go-go juice. There we go. I did notice this. Perfect. Yeah, I can't wait to continue decorating over here. I already have a few things laid out, but... Oh, damn it! I hit the wrong button. I have a few things laid out already prepped for when I start working over here. But there's still a lot more I want to add. But I'm trying, again, to make sure I don't over-decorate with too much detail before I start laying everything out. Alrighty, let me come over here. I think after this I got 2 more areas to check for hardwood. You know, Mother Gotha, why is it every time I see you run, I always see you about to go commit a crime? Like, seriously, am I the only one who thinks that? Who just looks at Mother Gotha and goes, you better go commit a crime. Okay, let me... Okay, looks like it's just 3 over here. I wasn't gonna bring the vacuum, but I just realized I don't have any trees over here, so not much should be spawning. No, at least not over here. Gotta keep looking at my camera setting. And I'm just like, this isn't even the setting I initially had from yesterday. I don't know why. I went to put it on today, and it was not working the way it was supposed to. Like, it started doing some weird shit, and it started picking up a whole bunch of shit that was, like, way back here and everything. And I was like, it did not do that until after the stream, and I shut everything down and then brought everything back up. Oh yeah, I forgot it's over here. I was like, where's my vacuum? Alright, and then here. This should be the last spot. Alright, it ain't much, but hopefully it's enough to get us through the rest of our decoration over here. Okay. Ah, damn, definitely gonna need more soil before I do that. Oh. I'm not gonna be able to craft. Wait a minute, that chest. How about to say I had to go all the way to my house, don't I? No, that chest by Gaston's house. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, yeah, throw that in as well. Alright, good. Now we have room to get more soil so we can get more pathways. It seems like work, but with extra steps. Yep, right there. Yeah, go to 100 pieces. And hopefully this will get us through the rest of this. Alright. Alright, good. Now we gotta just make this a bit bigger. And there we go. Alright, maybe make this a bit bigger. No? I think that'd be too much. I like this. I like this.
I made the right call. Apparently there was the like little children's thing going on, and a bunch of the neighborhood kids that gathered together. And the second they saw Harry, they were all in love, and Harry got all the love from all the little kitties.
Ah, so that's what was taking so long. Aries would just enjoy being admired by all the kids.
Yeah,
Oh.
best damn.
Aw. And Athena's very jealous.
Made the point. She was like, if that was Athena, she would have been growling and barking.
Yeah, Athena's not as friendly as Aries. Aries loves pets. No, I feel like maybe... No. Okay, that's a lot better. This was just too big, just a bit. Sorry about that, my roommate, he just got back. He took Aries out in public. Which you don't know, Aries are a big golden black lab mix. Sweetheart. Not that bright though, but total sweetheart. Okay. Nah, too uniformal. What about here? Because I'm trying to make it look like a natural pathway, you know? Okay, I don't mind that. There we go. Since it won't let me bring it down a little bit more, hey, it's a tad bit aggravating. Just that, yeah. Alright, go ahead and slide these here. Oh, what about this one instead? Wait. Yeah, kind of like that. Fortunately, oh, come on. Good thing. There you go. Alright, there we go. That looks a little bit better. I don't have that weird awkward gap. Yeah, I was fine with the tree there. I like the tree there. Maybe rotate so we see a little bit more of the red. Now the question is, do I want to leave this here or bring this over, maybe over here? This is supposed to be just like a regular old pet house. Oh, wait a minute. What I could do actually is just get rid of it. Now, hear me out. Because I do plan on doing a quote-unquote dog park. Not necessarily a full dog park with that thing from the leaks that y'all probably seen with the actual, like, dog park itself. I didn't really like that when I looked at it through the leaks. But I am thinking of doing something kind of in the same gist where I basically have all the dog houses, like, next to each other. I thought that would be, like, super cute. Because on the valley, so far what I have in mind is Forest of Valor is going to be the new Halloween town, being that's a bit bigger, and we have so much Halloween town stuff, it just can't fit in the Forgotten Land anymore unless I want to make more Halloween, less like spooky stuff. But I want to keep the Halloween aspects and not just make it full, Nightmare Before Christmas. So I want to make it there. I do want to do something where I do like a typical neighborhood, like something where Lady's house will look good and a couple of the other like Victorian-like houses will look good. I kind of want to do, oh God, what is it? The movie theater, the drive-in. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. I want to do a drive-through. And a couple of other things to kind of spruce up the area. Alright, so far we're good. And then I know I want to do something with Mickey and friends, but I don't know what I want to do with them. Being that there's just enough there that they can fill out a section, but there's not enough there that, say, the meadows. The meadows where I currently have the map, well, only half the meadow is technically decorated because there's really not many shops and stuff to go with the Toontown aspect. So I do want to make a better Toontown than what I got. Alright, then bring that there, and then one here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna chunk that, put that with the other dog houses. And chunk this since we got the mushrooms instead. Okay, I feel like sprinkling a little bit of some of the trees right here should do us. Add a few rocks, of course, so I need... Okay. I know I could have pulled it up using the actual bar itself, but I want to make sure I got the right color one. I'll be honest, I don't think you could put a rug underneath Tatiana's stall, can you? Oh, you can! Surprise, surprise, I thought you couldn't. I know with some of the goofy stalls you can't. Oh, that would be so cute if it wasn't Tiger. Do mosaic. Funny enough, that does slightly go. Yeah, let me back it up a bit. There we go. I felt like it was too underneath the thing. Alright. Yeah, not like that. Alright, that looks cute. There we go. It's a bit spread out. There we go. A little bit better. Alright, so which trees do I want? I feel like if I put too many of those big trees, it's going to be a bit much. But let's find out. Let's grab one. Actually, funny enough. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Just a little bit of that root touching. That's cute. Alright, so let's grab this tree and another tree that I've been using. The skinnier one. What did I do with one? Over here. Ah. Oh, it slides so perfectly, which is right there. That is... Damn, that is a good slide in. I want to get a close look at that. That is a fantastic slide in. I like that. I did not expect it to slide in so perfectly. All right, let's sprinkle. See about one there. I'll bring that back. It's clipping the building. Nope, still clipping. There we go. Now bring that further back like that. And then like that. I don't know. Should I grab one of these and start sprinkling it in? Need something else. Let me grab a couple of these. Kind of sprinkle them about like the way I did behind Ursula's place. See if that adds that extra depth I'm looking for. Okay, and then maybe one here. I don't know. I don't like that. See, I like the setup for these here. Alright, maybe what I want to do is something I did down there, which is sprinkle a couple of these about and then put some bushes around it. That's definitely an option. See how that looks. Gonna go back this way. I think I grabbed the blue ones, or did I grab the green ones? Nope, it was the blue ones. Not only does this hopefully add a bit of depth to everything, it adds a different shade of colors. Okay, I like that a bit better. It's not saturated with all the reds. Alright, this looks good. So it's coming in from this angle. Alright, fantastic. That looks great. Okay, let's grab this. because, yeah, I didn't think I could. Oh. Now, come on, work with me. There we go. Alright, fantastic. And then let's squeeze in. Oh, I guess I have to squeeze it in on this side. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now I'm still satisfied with the pathways. Okay. I was debating. I was looking at
the
it
valley
like,
is coming along nicely.
seriously, Mother Gothel, I'm talking and you had to rudely interrupt. Let me try that again. I was looking at it and going, what can I do to improve this? And I was thinking about maybe changing the size of the pathway, but then I changed my mind, and then Mother Gothel ruined my explanation by running up and chit-chatting with me. I swear, the woman thinks we're like best friends or something. Like, I don't know if she got the memo or not, but we ain't friends. She's so mean. She's even mean to me. I don't like it. Like, I come on this game to have a good time and hang out with my friends, hang out with Scar and all of them. She's just mean to me. Like, you can say, oh, well, Scar's mean. No, he's condescending. There's a difference. He is condescending and he's kind of a jerk on occasions. But deep down inside, he's a total sweetheart. Okay, let's stick one here. I get that a little bit closer, as close as I can to the edge. Same thing here. And maybe one like all the way back here. No, there was something else I wanted to do back here, which was add some bushes. I forgot about the pathway. Yeah, I wanted it to pop, so I need the Forgotten Land bushes. Right, let me see if I can't get this all the way across. Alright, perfect. Grab one of these, stick that there. Never mind. And then let's grab two of these, actually. one here. And then one there. Yeah, that feels a little cloud. That little. First, let me have a stroke. I'm gonna say a little crowded. For some reason, my mouth want to go cloudy. Like, no, that's not what we're going for at all. Alrighty. And I feel like that's alright. Let me go over here, take a look, take a gander. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Definitely has a lot of depth point of view, not point of view, depth perception and views. Oh, let me bring that over just a bit more. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I kind of want to sprinkle some of these trees around because I don't have any around here. I'm probably going to use a lot more of them further down over there. But I do want to add some, like, sparkles around here. Debating if I want to put, like, some park benches or something. I'll give it, like, a seating area. Let's see what we got. I'm not seeing anything that's standing out to me. Unfortunately, I think I'm out of basic park benches because I wanted to say I used them all already. I can always ask Scrooge. Maybe he'll have some options or some ideas. I feel like before we go to Scrooge's, though, we're at the hour marker, so why don't we take a seat and do some voting? And this is another reason why I kind of want an area to sit down, because I just realized I don't have a sit-down section, except I think over here, yeah. Yeah, just this little section here, because everything else is standing. The gym, the fortune teller, koalas. Even the way I got the restaurant set up, you can't sit down because how I got the placement of the chairs, and there's no seating in there. So yeah. I mean, that's fine though. Alright, let's get some voting going. Hello, love. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. You came at a good time. We were just sitting down to do some Dreamsnap voting for today. I'm gonna be honest, neither one of these are really saying romance, so skip. Not the best romance, but it's still cute. Because remember, this is supposed to be, you know, a dreamy date night. So my criteria is, well, a dreamy date night. It doesn't matter if Lady and Tramp is there. As long as it's like a date night scene, I'm gonna vote for it. But I'm willing to give a little bit leniency to ones who do pictures inside and have like a dining room table and stuff like that already set out, because that could be like a date indoors kind of thing, you know? So I'll go right, give them the benefit of the doubt. Alright, skip. Skip. Skip again. Okay, okay. This one's cute now. Not a random selfie, so, you know, that's a plus. And this one's not really romantic. This one gives a little bit more romantic feel because of the cherry blossom, so we'll go give it to left. Knock down your dream snaps. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. It takes a minute. I gotta do some Star Pass stuff myself, but I figure I could do that off stream. I will focus on decorating today. I'm not feeling these pictures either. Random selfies. That's a quest line. I really don't want to skip again because I've already skipped so many. I mean, right does somewhat fit the criteria. It's a romantic date night setting. And you know, you look nice. You look nice. A little heavy on the eyeshadow, but that's just a personal taste to me. We'll go right. That side eye just, man, I won't be here right now. That's what that was. That side eye. The mini. We'll give it to left. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed so far. Yesterday, you know, we had like a mixed bag, some selfies, some actually cute ones. And this is the first time I voted today, and I'm a little bit disappointed. It's been nothing but random selfies. I guess left? I don't know. Okay, both. This one's cute over here, but it doesn't fit the theme. Skip. Alright, let me do a reset. Maybe if I reshuffle or something, I'll get some better ones. Alright, reshuffle the cards. Here we go. Random selfies. Random selfies. Alright, we got something here. At least it's not a random selfie. Okay, cute. Oh, I get a little afternoon. Go right. Now, at least this is a selfie, but it looks like a date night selfie, not just a random selfie. Go left. Oh my god. Where's all the ones I see on Reddit? Where are those at? Yeah, the gorgeous ones. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate them doing what they want to do and doing what they can. But when I went through 10 skips already, majority of them have been random selfies. And yet I go on Reddit and I see gorgeous photos. I feel a little chipped in my voting. It's like, I want to give my vote, but I want to give my vote to really beautiful, breathtaking photos. And random selfies are just not it, people. I'll try it again. Alright, this is cute. This is cute. So we'll go left. Alright, we'll pick up voting towards the end. Maybe we'll give it some time to let reshuffle. Maybe we won't get so many random selfies. Alright, I need to craft some benches. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you meant when you said you were trying to knock down some dream snaps. I thought you meant star paths, but I was not sure. But I get it though. Star path, you gotta knock out, cause I gotta knock that shit out too. Fence. Nah, fencing this. Yeah, this time it's definitely going to be a little bit longer. So what I've been told is that it has a few more quests, like side quests that it needs us to do. Yeah, I know I got that regular park bench up there, but I'm trying to see if there's like any other like cool looking benches I could get. Yeah, I know with the sofa. I mean, granted, it's a cool sofa. Don't get me wrong. That is a nice sofa. Oh, I do like these black trees though. That would be pretty cool. Maybe. See, what do I need for this? 3, 2, so I'm gonna need more wire hangers. Yeah, especially if I want to craft. Yeah, all 3 of these. Because, I mean, I like these. These are nice. But don't get me wrong, this one up here is pretty cool, too. Even still, though, I still need coat hangers, so we can always go fishing for that. And I need to get some more beaded soil. Alright. Let's go fish for coat hangers, and then we'll dig up some spots for some beaded soil. Go ahead and just grab this. Thank you, Anna, for the reassurance. You got this. Appreciate it. I hope I can get the coat hangers from over here. If not, I can go down towards that beach area. There we go. 1. I think what we needed 2, so let's grab a few extras if we can. I know RNG's not being kind right now. RNG. Oh, I see you want something simple like a coat hanger. Here's a cod. Oh, I see you did something. Here's another cod. Oh, thank you. Alright, RNG gods are blessing me now. On a roll here. Alright. Won't keep going till we run out. I'm not walking away from this prime opportunity. The gods are blessing me right now. Alright, we're done. It's kind of like that argument, and not even an argument, what me and Andrew were talking about yesterday while playing Core Keeper. God, which boss fight was it? There was some boss fight we had to keep doing over and over again because Andrew wanted me to have this particular staff because I'm oh god. I joke around and say I'm a wizard in that game, but I think it's like I'm a sorceress or something like that. I don't know what the actual title is, but I have a lot of staffs. I'd probably get more if I went to my house and got some potions. Probably. And will I, though? Nah. I'm already committed. Hoping maybe I'll hit like a pocket or something and be like, yay, here's a whole bunch of them. Don't spend it all in one place. I love how Goofy's cart just phases through that. Luckily, I don't think we need too much. I'll probably have to grind up on some materials later. I just don't know when that later is going to be. Mainly, it's due to the fact that we have like a packed schedule coming up. Or at least on my end, I got a packed schedule. When it comes to some of the games and shit like that. Because we got Poppy Chapter 5 coming out. And I will admit, I did get one thing spoiled for me. And it's not like a spoiler to the story or anything, but I figure a lot of people probably need to know this. It's not the last chapter. Apparently, it's gonna be another chapter. We're gonna leave it at that. That's all I know. It's the only spoilers I know is that it's not the last chapter. And I'm just like, they're milking the hell out of this, aren't they? Like, I'm willing to bet we're going to get a lot of, you know, good information, story lore-wise and stuff like that. I've been doing my best to avoid, you know, any kind of spoilers when it comes to Poppy Chapter 5. Like, I happened to catch that because somebody on Reddit made a post about it just going, I thought Chapter 5 was the last one. What the hell is this Chapter 6 shit? And I was like, I shouldn't, but I am. And I clicked on it. And he was just like, at the very end of the game, you know, of course it was spoilers, so I was like, I'm not going to read all that. But he was just like, yeah, it's a clear indication that there's going to be another chapter. I'm like, fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see where they're going to go with Poppy and all this. But I feel like with 2 years between these chapters, I mean, there's a reason why I got frustrated with Stranger Things when it came to this finale. Like, yeah, I spent 10 years watching this show, and that's the finale you gave me. I'm feeling the same thing with Poppy at this current moment. Like, I've been playing this game franchise for a long time now. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if it's Poppy, Playtime, or Bendy and the Ink Machine has basically been out as long as me and Eric have been together. And we are working on 9 years this year. I don't know, I gotta double check that though. I want to say it's Bendy, to be honest. I want to say it's Bendy. Which, I love Bendy. Like, just like Poppy, I love Bendy. I actually have Bendy. I had it initially on the Switch. Alright, then grab this one. Alright, so how much do I need for those black bushes? Because I would like a few of those. Those black trees look real, real nice. Oh yeah, we got Poppy coming up. Let's see. I know Resident Evil 9's coming up, I think next week. I want to say it's next week. Or this Friday. One of the two. It's either this Friday or next Friday or next week. I know that's coming. And then they got Fatal Frame 2, which is supposed to be coming out sometime in March. Also in March, I want to say it's Directive 8020. So yeah, we got a lot of games coming up, so I really haven't had time to sit down and, you know, really just grind out materials and stuff like that. Alright, yeah, we'll go with 8. Alright, seating. And then 1 purple. Okay, and then it kind of just leaves this area open. Yeah, I like that. Hang on, let me see if I can't fix that. There we go. Yeah, kind of give it like an all natural look. Oh, too much. Of course, something there. So let's grab those new trees. I'm assuming this is where they're gonna be at. No? Would it be here then? Actually, why am I doing it like that? Do it like this. Probably make my job harder. Alright. Now, let's grab probably one of these. No, oh god, no, the color, it's the color. Purple, but that red, nah. I like how skinny these trees are. Like that's nice. I don't like the grid system itself. The grid system is atrocious, but how skinny the trees are is nice. Hang on a sec, see if I can't fix that. Oh no, God. Yeah, it's gotta be like that, otherwise that's not gonna look right. Alright. Nah. No. I mean, I like the concept. And let me do myself a favor, get rid of all this, because this is throwing me off. There we go, just stick that there. Alright, yeah, I like the concept of having the seat with some of the bushes, but if I'm gonna go full bush mode, I may have to bring everything out. I don't have any more of those little bitty ones, do I? Because what I'm thinking... Let me chunk these. Bring these back. Okay, let me see how much room do I need to make it a comfortable and not so tight fit. Yeah, I feel like one more back. Yeah, if I was to completely walk through, yeah. Why do I hear buzzing? Like mosquitoes. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, bring that down. Oops, not that one. I need either this, or I'm gonna have to go to Scrooge's and grab one of those smaller ones. Okay. Oh, that measurement's so off. Wasn't even paying attention to that. Gonna bring everything down. Okay, let's see how this looks. Alright, not bad, not bad. Especially if I want to sit here and do an intro and outro here. That's not bad. Don't mind that at all. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, so we're gonna have to definitely recontextualize my initial idea with this, make it a bit bigger. Means I'm gonna need more dirt, which means I'm gonna need more wood, which means it's gonna be a very busy day. So I think I gotta go down, what, one more? we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if I got that measurement right or not. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think I did. I think that measurement is still off. Okay, because it would be... Not that one, this one. Okay, and I want to say it's here. No? Here. I gotta go up by like 1. Can I grab like an individual piece? No, it's not letting me. I don't think it's gonna let me get that perfect symmetrical I'm trying to get because we're at an angle. I'm doing my best here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get it the way I want it. But it's alright. Yeah, hang on me. And then what I could do is maybe stick that there. Grab one of these. Alright, can't stick that there. Alright, alright. I just need to bring this all the way down just a little bit. Probably a bit more here. And definitely a bit more here. Alright, that's the crafting station. Away! Oh! No away! I'm at a go choose. Now away! 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 Oh, I completely passed it up. Let's do about... No, 60 pieces. We'll do 60. And hopefully that'll be enough for us. there. About to move the rocks, aren't I? Yep. Well, that's fine. Let me bring that back just a smidge. I may not need all three of these. I may just need just the two. No. I feel like if I'm doing just the two. Keep that cluster together. About right there. No, let's try one of these smaller ones. Oh crap, it looks like the trees are in the way, so let's just get these out the way. We'll remeasure that in a bit. Actually, out of curiosity. Oh, perfect. Alright, I wasn't sure if that would fit, but perfect. Alright, there, and then I need the medium one. There we go. Ooh, there we not go. Because all this looks good over here. Like here, here. This is a bit much, so let's bring that back. Alright, now I think that's a bit better. That was just a bit too much going right here. So we can remedy with that. Not too much. Alright, let's take a little walk around. Definitely not bad at all. Alright, another little cute spot, but I see myself probably using the red one more if I'm doing like an intro over here conveniently. But I like this, I like this. Turning out super cute. Now let's see here. What do I want to do with these? Because I got 4 of these. And I want to squeeze this here. I'll bring it back a bit. Yeah, about right there. That is a perfect little angle. Alright, and then let us add that. There. Like, I want to use these. I just don't know for what. I don't know. I really don't know. But let's go ahead and sprinkle the trees out here, because this looks fantastic. Oh, I love the way this is turning out. Oh, I can't bring that over a bit more. Okay. Oh, not that way. To be honest, since I'm cutting this off basically from this area, I don't think I'm gonna need this. Alright. Back out. Yeah, hopefully he's in the right angle. I really gonna be disappointed when nighttime shows up and he's not facing the direction I want him to be facing. So help me God, if he's facing that wall, I'm gonna be mad as shit at myself. Like, seriously, I'll be mad as hell at myself. You did all that decorating, Amanda, and he's not even in the right spot. Okay, so let's grab a few of these trees. Start sprinkling them around. There we go, that looks good. Oh. Okay. Sorry, Eric is texting me. He's gonna be running a little bit late today. There we go. Drop my phone. And stick that there. Okay, and then we could just sprinkle just like 2 or 3 of these. Mainly it's just to add some depth. Depth. Let me rephrase that. I almost sounded like I said depth. Yes, this is gonna reshape how you view death, guys. This build is so strong. You're just gonna really think deep down inside about how you view death. No, I'm talking about death. And it still doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. Now, what you got right here? This shit right here? This shit's called death, motherfucker. But death, what you mean I'm gonna hit that, I'm gonna die? No, you gonna hit this, you ain't gonna hear shit. I will admit, that is one of my favorite Cat Williams skits. There we go. Did I miss one? No. Okay, and let me move these just out the way. Because I still want to use these. I just don't know for what. Alright, yes, sprinkle that there. I feel like maybe one more over here will look cute. Corky, can you literally wait like 2 minutes, buddy? Because we're almost done with the stream. I just want to finish this section up right here since we've been working on this so long. Alright, fantastic. Corky. Swear to God, if you can't seriously wait literally a minute so I can wrap up the stream for you guys, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Mother knows best. Don't forget, dear.
But I think we got it though. This looks great. I really like the way this is all laid out. Definitely need to add a few more little tiny touches like, you know, this or something like over here at the corners. But this looks real cute. Not overly done too much. Got a lot of field of view and some depth to it. Got a lot of pizzazz factor, especially with that middle. Overall, I am very satisfied with this. I think this looks fantastic. All the way this all came together. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Alright, let's do a couple little last minute voting if we got any good pictures. And then we'll wrap up for today. Alright. Alright, what do we got? Adorable. That was cute too. Alright, that's one. Oh, that's a cute little date night. I'm gonna go left. So 2. Okay. This one's cute. So we'll go 3. Okay. And I like that one. Alright, so we'll go right. And last one. Last one. Yeah, last one. We'll give it the left. Alrighty. Whew. I feel like we did pretty well today on the game. We got a lot decorated, a lot more than we did last week. Cause oh god, I felt so bad about last week. How I really didn't get much decorating done. I spent so much time just chit chatting and shit like that. But we did it. We got this section taken care of. All I gotta do is fill in that area over there by the whale, and then we'll actually be done with the villain section of Times Square. And then that just leaves that one little area further back towards the beach area. And then that would be this entire section completely done 100%. And then we can move on to, I don't know if I want to finish up the ranch section where my house is and that one little area is at, or move on to Pixie Hollow. I'll probably end up just finishing off the ranch section, being that I just need to add some trees and stuff like that and work on my place. But I feel like I'll leave my place for like very, very last. But let's go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful night. And guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying my Disney Dreamlight content or any of the other fun, fantastic things I do here in the channel, you know what to do. You know the pre-usual drill and all that fun jazz. Like I said earlier, don't get too used to the camera mode itself. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to make sure it you know, looks good. And so far, I'm not all that satisfied with it. But I didn't really get to play with it today, especially after the mishap from yesterday. Looking at you, Corky. Give me a second. But mainly right now, I'm focusing on the audio. I don't know if I sound too low now, because I might have overcorrected where I was a bit too loud earlier. But hopefully everything sounds good. I don't know. I'll just have to see, and I'll adjust accordingly. But yeah, if y'all have any like kind of input or anything like that, that would be very much appreciated. You know, especially since I'm trying to get better the stream so you guys can enjoy a lot more and not, you know, get your eardrums blown out. You can't hear me, or the game just looks like crap or anything like that. So any kind of input y'all would like, I'll be more than willing to take it in and take it into consideration to see what I could do to fix this and make it so much better. But yeah, I cannot wait for next week. We're going to have Poppy Playtime. I'm super excited about that, but that's a story for a different day. So until then, my friends, y'all take care, have a blessed day, and hopefully I'll see y'all next week with some more Disney Dreamlight Valley.